You wake up in a cold, dark room. The air smells of smoke and damp straw. But this isn't your bedroom, it's a mud and wattle hut in a small village, and the year is 1000. Before you even register the chill, you realize something. Almost everything you rely on doesn't exist yet, and that's not the most unsettling part. What would your life actually look like if you were born in the year 1000? Not in a time travel fantasy, but as a real person with no modern knowledge, just a body and a mind, dropped into a world without antibiotics, electricity, or the internet. The answer changes how you think about progress, safety, and what it means to be human. Historian John Hatcher from the University of Cambridge, in a 2003 study, estimated that life expectancy at birth in medieval England was around 25 to 30 years. But that number is misleading. If you survived childhood, and that was a big if, you might reach 50. About 30% of children died before their 5th birthday. That means if you were born then, your odds of seeing your 5th birthday were barely 2 in 3. Dr. Anya Cherison from the University of Leicester, analyzing skeletal remains in 2010, found that the medieval diet was monotonous: bread, porridge, and the occasional piece of pork. Malnutrition was chronic. Your teeth would be worn down from gritty stone-ground flour, and you'd likely suffer from multiple vitamin deficiencies. Your body would be smaller, your immune system weaker. Dr. Chris Dyer from the University of Birmingham, in his 2005 work on medieval peasants, described a society where most people were bound to a lord and worked the land from dawn to dusk. Freedom was limited. You'd likely never travel more than a day's walk from your birthplace. Your entire world would be a few square miles. Everyone you know, every story you hear, every hope you have confined to that radius. What about the unseen dangers? Medieval historian Dr. Hannah Skoda at Oxford, in a 2018 analysis of court records, reported that homicide rates in 11th century England were 10 to 50 times higher than in modern developed nations. Feuds, raids, and banditry were constant threats. Even in times of peace, violence was woven into daily life. For you, survival would depend not just on luck, but on navigating a world where your neighbor might become your killer over a land dispute. But not all historians agree this picture is complete. Dr. Julia Crick at King's College London, in a 2012 study, argued that medieval life had periods of relative prosperity. People had strong community bonds, celebrated frequent religious festivals, and may have had more leisure time than modern workers. Up to a third of the year was holidays. Perhaps your life wouldn't be purely wretched. There might be moments of joy, solidarity, and even rest. Still, even with those nuances, the baseline was harsh. The average person faced constant uncertainty. Crop failure wiped out entire villages, disease was a neighbor away, and invasion could erase your entire community. We can't fully bridge the gap between their experience and ours. What we do know is that almost everything you consider normal, electricity, clean water, safety, choice, was non-existent. You wake up again in that dark hut. The straw rustles, but now you know this isn't a nightmare, it's the default human existence for most of history. And the question isn't whether you'd survive, it's whether you'd even recognize yourself in that world. The answer is probably not, and that leaves you with a strange, lingering doubt about what normal really means.